Today will be the beginning of our journey with Manchester United as we take over from Erik ten Hag and hopefully take Manchester United back to glory. The plan is to get rid of the dead weight and get rid of the problem players in the squad and bring players in that can be a solution for Manchester United moving forward. Our style of play is going to be gegenpressing, where we're going to try to press every team we play against no matter how good they are. And like I said, we're going to do a complete overhaul of the squad. I mean, some players are obviously going to stay, but we're going to get rid of a lot of problem players. Players like Marcus Rashford, unfortunately, is going to be leaving. Players like Casemiro. I mean, that's not necessarily problem players. I mean, Rashford maybe kind of is in the eyes of Manchester United fans. But we're also going to be bringing back some players that I think can make an impact on the team, like Mason Greenwood. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation, a lot of, controversy around Mason Greenwood, but as far as FC goes, I'm not concerned with it. So we're going to bring him back to the squad. And since we're going to be getting rid of Marcus Rashford, I think I'm going to bring back Jadon Sancho as well. I was going to say that my main area of concern was defense, considering the fact that a lot of the defenders that are still at Manchester United are just getting older. They're not that great. But honestly, the entire team's kind of a problem. We need to fix wingbacks. I mean, Diogo Dalot's pretty good. Luke Shaw's decent. Wan-Bissaka's decent. They're not that great, at least not anymore. Midfield, I mean, Scott McTominay has been playing more of a striker at this point in his career, so maybe we look to move on from him as well. But the main players I want to keep at the squad are the younger players, of course, the next generation of players like Kobbie Mainoo, Alejandro Garnacho, of course, like I said, bringing back potentially Jadon Sancho and Mason Greenwood, getting rid of also some of the younger players like Antony, who has just not panned out very well for Manchester United at all in real life. I also want to try to focus on the youth academy and bring in some players through the youth academy that can hopefully grow into great players for Manchester United, but I also want to focus on bringing in some players with some real quality in the transfer window. In my career modes in the past with FC24, I've tried to keep them at least somewhat realistic, and for this, I don't really care about keeping it realistic. We're going to bring in the players that I want to bring in to make Manchester United great again, but we will try to keep the gameplay at least realistic. We do have a five-star English scout already, so we're going to send him to England, not very far, of course, and hopefully he's going to find us some youth academy players. We've already got £200 million in the bank to work with, but we're going to have a lot more than that with the player sales that we're going to make. As of right now, these are the players that I have on the transfer list. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo's a little bit unrealistic. Like I said, I don't want to be realistic at all, really, with the transfers that we're going to bring in. But with him, unfortunately, we can't actually make a move for him since he has just joined Al Nassr technically in-game. So in the January window, we might bring him in, but you guys let me know in the comments down below how you feel about that. Since Erik ten Hag is no longer the manager, maybe he'd be willing to come back. And some of these players have been linked with Manchester United in real life. Actually, I think all four of these players, De Ligt, Palhinha, Branthwaite, and Bakayoko, have all been linked with Manchester United in real life. I don't plan on bringing all four of them in, but I do think a couple of them could really help, especially João Palhinha. I think he would be a perfect defensive midfielder for Manchester United moving forward. But looking at the squad, at least in terms of FC, you would think they'd be pretty good, and usually in-game they are pretty good, but obviously in real life things haven't panned out too great, even though they did just win the FA Cup, which was a great achievement for them in this season that has been a little bit lackluster. And I know that Manchester United dealt with a lot of injuries this year as well, so that could be part of the problem as to why they weren't able to perform quite as well as they wanted to. For now, we've got transfer offers in for Scott McTominay and for Luke Shaw. I think I'm going to keep McTominay for now. I don't want to get rid of everybody, just so that we do have some squad depth and so that you guys can leave your comments down below about the players that you would want me to bring in and let go of. McTominay, honestly, we need to change his position to striker because he played better up front for them this year than he did in midfield. But Luke Shaw, we've got an offer here for $30 million already from Napoli. I'm probably going to take it. I know Luke Shaw has been with Manchester United for a very long time now. I know that he is an England international player, but I think it's just time. I mean, Manchester United, we just need something fresh. We need something new. Rafael Varane is obviously a player that has been world-class at Real Madrid, especially. At Manchester United, things haven't panned out too well for him. I mean, especially he's had some injuries as well. So right now, we get an offer in from Tottenham. We're going to reject that, but if we do get an offer in from a more intriguing team for him, then we will let him go. And Luke Shaw has officially joined Napoli for £34 million. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a realistic transfer to Napoli, but of course, again, we're not going for realism in this career mode. So Napoli, thank you for taking him off our hands. Christian Eriksen is going to be moving on to Real Sociedad for $13.3 million. Again, a player that has dealt with a lot of injuries in his career, and especially a major injury at one point. I don't even know if you could call it an injury, but he's going to be moving on. We do not need his services any longer. Anthony Martial has been at Manchester United for a long time now, but unfortunately, his time has come to an end in real life. And now in this career mode as well, we sold him to Brentford, so he still will be in the Premier League and get that Premier League experience. We've got an offer in here for Antony from Fiorentina. It says we can get $38 million for him, so we'll go in and negotiate, but I want to get him off of our hands as quickly as possible. And it's time to welcome our first signing of the summer, and that's going to be João Palhinha from Fulham. We're going to be signing him for a fee of £42 million, which, you know, honestly sounds like a deal to me. And Antony has officially made his move to Fiorentina, £27 million, which is, I don't know, like what, 70 million less than what they bought him for. So not good business there, but apparently we're going to get an excellent deal for that, of course, but not good business by Manchester United at all. And with less than a week left until our first Premier League game of the season, we haven't been able to make all the signings we want to make, and we have not been able to sell all the players we want to sell, but we are going to go ahead and go in for one more player right now, and that is going to be Jared Branthwaite. I know this one's actually kind of realistic, but he is a player that has been linked with with Manchester United in real life. I think he's been linked with Real Madrid too, actually, now that I mention it. I'm actually watching the Champions League final while recording this, so that's probably why I said Real Madrid. But we're going to go ahead and go in for Jared Branthwaite here and hopefully get this deal done. And he has officially made the move over from Everton for £30 million and also a 15% sell-on clause, I believe. So if we ever sell him, then they'll make some money back on it. So that's kind of realistic. We've got a few more players still on the transfer list. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to sign any of these players necessarily. The lit would probably be insane. But I went ahead and added some more players that I think would be really good transfers for Manchester United to make. So let me know what you think about these. Marquinhos and Coutinho in defense, as well as Estepinian for that left back position, which I'm very intrigued by. I think he would be the perfect replacement for Luke Shaw, at least in game. I don't know about real life. You know, you Manchester United fans are going to have to let me know. In midfield, we've got Miguel Marino, we've got Frankie de Jong, and we've got Goretzka, as well as Zambo Anguissa. Any of them would be great. And then up top, we've got Lucas Paqueta, Bakayoko, of course, Ronaldo that we can't bring in yet, and then Serhou Guirassy. So let me know what you think about those potential signings. And we are now to match day against Wolves. I figured this would be a good time to show you guys the sliders and the settings that I'm going to be playing on. So we're going to do 5-minute halves on ultimate difficulty, competitor mode off, but we will have player-based difficulty on. And then as far as the sliders go, all the sliders are kept basically the same except for injury frequency and severity. We turn frequency up and severity down to hopefully, you know, emulate real life where, you know, there are injuries in football, because in FIFA, they're always all over the place. So we'll see how that goes. If you guys want me to change the sliders, let me know. We'll see about it. But we're going to get into match day against Wolves, and this is going to be their lineup. Smith Rowe is a signing that they have already made from Arsenal in this season, so they're going to be he's going to be starting for them out on the left wing. And then for our team, we haven't been able to get rid of a lot of players yet. Rafael Varane, Casemiro, and Marcus Rashford have all been getting Premier League offers. And if it comes down to it, I will let them go to a Premier League team, but I'm trying to get them to go to a different country. You know, I don't want to come up against them a lot. But this is the team we're going to go with here in our first game against Wolves, so let's go ahead and get into it. Mourinho with the pass inside to Bruno Fernandes. We're going to get this one back to Wan-Bissaka. Heavy touch, and Neto is going to be able to get it away. He's running down the field. Wan-Bissaka eventually able to catch up to him. Looking for someone inside, but doesn't find him, but then continues to just move forward. Pedro Neto pushing forward, but Rafael Varane gets in there with a tackle. Wan-Bissaka down this wing again, getting fouled, but finding a way past his man. We're going to look back for Garnacho. Look back inside for Kobbie Mainoo, and we can't find a pass. Emile Smith-Rowe on the wing, pushing forward and finding a pass to Ryan Nori. In the middle of the box, finds a pass back to Cunha. Cunha making a move. Palhinha getting in the way of that one. It drops to one of their players who will get a shot away, but it will go out for a corner. They're swinging this corner in. Cunha on it, and Onana is making the save. And let me know what you guys think about Onana. I mean, obviously, in FIFA, he's a good goalkeeper, and in real life, I think he is decent. But let me know if you want me to change him out for anybody else. I mean, I'm all ears. Palhinha looking over the top. Finding a pass to Mason Greenwood. Brings it down well, actually. We're going to look to ball roll inside, and he didn't ball roll. Pedro Neto skipping past Wan-Bissaka. We're trying to keep the cutback pass away, and somehow Varane is able to get to that one. Over here to Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo inside to Greenwood. Greenwood didn't like our chances there first, but Garnacho is there to take the shot and sends it well wide of the post. That is a very, very bad miss here in this first game of the season. Bruno Fernandes going to find the run from Diogo Dalot. Didn't like our options there at first, but we're going to find Højlund, who decided to take a touch and didn't want to first time the shot. Ran it, Nori down the wing, pushing forward, finding a cross to the back post to Neto, who will take the shot. Onana, I guess, did get the block in on it, so he made the save, but he didn't really know much about it. Corner here right at the end of the first half. Garnacho sort of clears it away. We're going to try to get out there again. We can't. Cunha back to Smith Rowe. Wan-Bissaka getting a tackle in. We'll clear it upfield, and that'll be the end of the first half. It's going to be 0-0. Fernandes getting an interception here at the beginning of the first half, or beginning of the second half, of course. Looking over the top for Højlund. Not able to get to it. We're going to keep the press on, though. Nelson Semedo trying to get around Garnacho, who does well. We're going to look inside for Paulinho. Paulinho to Greenwood. Greenwood finds Bruno Fernandes somehow. And I guess we're just going to keep passing around. We find Paulinho again. Not much of a shooting threat. It looks like it might have hit an arm, but unfortunately no penalty. Oh yeah, Kabi Menu getting in a tackle, looking for the cross. Unfortunately can't find Højlund. Neto down inside to Doyle, making a run. Now Semedo's with it. Doyle back with it again. He's going to get around one defender, but can't get around Lisandro Martinez. Good tackle. Pedro Neto inside to Cunha. Cunha making a lot of moves, finding a pass inside to Smith Rowe. Weak shot, luckily for us, from Smith Rowe, and Onana is forced to make the save. 64 minutes gone. I don't want to make any subs just yet, but we will likely be doing that soon. Corner in. Manu gets ahead to it. Acuna now with it. On the edge of the box, and Wan-Bissaka does well. Rolling out on the wing, finding a pass out here to Wan-Bissaka. Nowhere really to go just yet. We're going to look back inside for Garnacho. Try to get an angle with Garnacho. He's going to take the shot. Jose Sa has to make the save, but it wasn't that great of a shot. It looks like Wolves are going to make a substitution to get Smith Rowe off for Huang, but we're going to make a three-man sub. Kabi Manu is going to come off for Scott McTominay. Malacia on for Wan-Bissaka. And then up top, we are going to be bringing on Marcus Rashford or Rasmus Højlund. And we haven't been able to sell Rashford yet, so we might as well use him while we can. Let me know in the comments down below if you want us to sell Rashford, and McTominay gets on the end of that. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to sell Rashford or not. I mean, obviously he's been a Manchester United player his whole career, so it'd be tough to see him go. But it looks like it might happen in real life. You never know. Garnacho on the end of this. Great shot again. Mason Greenwood pushing forward, finding a beautiful pass through to Bruno Fernandes, and he will finish it off. 81 minutes gone. We finally get the 1-0 lead that we've been looking for all game long, and the fans are going crazy. The Wolves are not done with this game. Cunha inside the box, making a couple skill moves. Oh, eventually it does get around us, and they leveled the game immediately. 1-1 after 86 minutes. Amad Diallo looking inside for McTominay. McTominay to Bruno Fernandes. Left-footed shot. Jose Sa does make the save. We're going to have potentially one last chance here. McTominay pushing forward. We will just look for Garnacho. Garnacho just going to run right into Semedo. Not sure what that was at all. He's trying to make a turn. And that might be the end of it. Can we get in one last tackle with Malacia? We can, but he gets taken out in the process. And that's going to mean that our first game here with Manchester United ends in a 1-1 draw at home against Wolves. It was a really even contest. I mean, pretty much 50-50 possession and then 7 shots for each team. So I guess we can't be too mad at it, but we should have played a lot better. Marcus Rashford did pick up an injury in that game and will be out for 5 days. So I guess we won't be able to sell him as of right now, but we will hopefully be able to soon. And we're going to go ahead and move towards our second game here against Tottenham in the transfer window. But we're going to think about making a move before. I just don't know if we're going to be able to make one. One position I do want you guys to think about as far as leaving a comment for is the cam position, because we obviously do have Bruno Fernandes, and I don't plan on moving on from him. But whenever you look at our backup players, I mean, we have Mason Mount, who I'm not too thrilled about, and I'm definitely okay with letting go. And then after that, we've got defensive midfielders, and then players that are right wingers and really not cam. So that's definitely a position of need, so please be sure to leave your comments about that. And one thing I did forget to do was bring back Jadon Sancho, so we're going to go ahead and recall him from his loan. It's going to cost us £1 million to bring him back, but I don't really care. We need him in the team. And then on top of the cam position, the striker position is definitely needed to look at. I mean, Rasmus Højlund is obviously an exciting prospect like it says there on the status, but we need another player. We need someone that can back him up. I mean, obviously we've used Marcus Rashford there in the last game, but we're hoping to move on from him. We need either a backup striker or we need a player that can come in and be the main striker, and Rasmus Højlund can come off the bench and play in a lot of other games as well. So let me know what you think about that. And we're going to go ahead and get into this game against Tottenham with the team that we have, and this is going to be Spurs lineup. Pretty standard Spurs lineup for this season. They got Van de Ven and Dragusin in the back. Their team is very good. Their attack is definitely pretty solid, and Richarlison in-game is a terrifying player to play against. We're going to go with pretty much the same team. Obviously, you can tell a lot of our players are tired, so we're going to have to rotate a lot. We do have Jadon Sancho on the bench, and hopefully we can bring him in and he can make an impact at some point. Wan-Bissaka down this wing yet again. We're going to look for cross inside. Good defense by Van de Ven to get that one away. 4.5 minutes gone now. We're just now into the very beginning of the game, but at least we're looking the better team so far. We're going to try to find a cross inside. Greenwood gets to that. Not exactly a player known for his aerial ability, but he is the one that gets to it. Good save by the keeper, though. Vicario is obviously very, very good, and he will come out and collect this cross. Dogi down this left side, finding a pass back inside to Son. Son is probably the most terrifying player to play against on Spurs' team, but Madison gets a good shot away. Only 10 minutes gone now. Onana makes the save. I mean, Heung-min Son, he would be a player I would love to play with in a career mode. I don't think I ever have in all the years that I've been doing this. I mean, I've only played, 1 year of FIFA on YouTube, but in my life I've played a lot of FIFA, and I don't think I've ever used him. Mason Greenwood looking for a pass inside to Højlund. Bad angle by Van de Ven, and Højlund is going to get the shot away, but a great save by Vicario. And for those of you that don't know, that are still watching at this point in the video, I am an Arsenal fan in real life, so I have a special place in my heart for Tottenham and their fans, and it's not a place of love. Pushing forward again here very nicely. Garnacho, I was going to look for him after the pass from Højlund to Fernandez, but couldn't get it to him, and they're going to push forward now. Richarlison looking for a pass out here. Kobbie Mainoo is going to play some good defense. But Skip back inside to Richarlison, and the ref is going to give a foul. It looks like Son's going to step up and take this one and go for the shot. Not a bad effort. Good pass over the top. Kulusevski able to bring it down. Wasn't able to stay the motion that he was going in. Does skip around our defender. And Madison gets another shot away. And Onana does have to make the save yet again. So far, I think Spurs have been the better team. We started off hot, but since then we haven't done much at all. Now they're going to have a corner. They take it short. Skip now with it. Can we get a tackle in? No, we can't. They're going to be whistled for advantage. But now we can get in the tackle with Mainoo. He is a really good player in this game, even though he's only 72 overall. And Greenwood, what a pass out here to Garnacho. Garnacho looking inside. Way too late on that pass. We're going to wait for the run here from Dalot. Dallow's going to look back inside. Mainoo, yeah. Tough pass for sure. Oh, Paulinho with a good tackle. Going to look here for Højlund. Don't really like our options right there. And then the bad touch from Højlund. I know he's going to be hard to use. He's a little bit clunky in this game from what I can tell so far. Now Kulusevski pushing forward. Trying to take away that cutback pass. We do momentarily, but Kulusevski ends up back with the ball. And Tottenham take a 1-0 lead after 41 minutes. Putting some pressure on them. They make a mistake. Garnacho now with it. Finding a pass to Bruno Fernandes. We're going to look over here for Wan-Bissaka. Cutback pass. Garnacho. Can he find Greenwood? He can, but good defense by Dragusin and by Tottenham. Kulusevski with a burst of pace down this right side. Wan-Bissaka trying to get back, but Wan-Bissaka is already very tired. Now Madison looking inside. Going for the shot. Oh, man. And Onana is not able to make the save at the near post. What a goal from James Maddison here. There's not much in it. Just defenders not defending well, and goalie not defending his near post. So, 2-0 Tottenham. Kulusevski cutting in on his favored left foot. We are able to get in the way of that one. We're hopefully going to get in some subs here soon. But can we make an impact before then? Højlund giving up the ball in midfield. I mean, like I said, he feels a little clunky. He's going to be hard to use in this game. Greenwood waiting for the run from Diogo Dalot. We'll look inside early for Bruno Fernandes. We'll find Garnacho. We'll get one back. 64 minutes gone. It is now only a 1-goal lead for Tottenham, and we're going to get on some subs very soon. We're going to get Jadon Sancho on for Garnacho, Wan-Bissaka off for Malacia. We're going to make one more sub and get on Jared Branthwaite. Actually, not Jared Branthwaite. We're going to bring on Harry Maguire in defense instead of Jared Branthwaite. He's still waiting to make his debut. Son breaking down this left wing. Got to take away the cutback pass. Harry Maguire getting in the tackle. Son looking inside for Madison. And that's going to be 3. They take that corner short. Son takes all the way inside the box and finds Madison. And we're not looking great right now. Oh, Mason Greenwood, great pass inside. Højlund not going to do anything with it. Mason Greenwood off of the crossbar. What a shot that was. Jadon Sancho now with it, getting around his defender. Going to look inside for Bruno Fernandes. We'll take another shot. Vicario looks like he has to make the save, but doesn't. And it goes over the crossbar. And here after 76 minutes, we will get 2 more subs on Mainoo coming off for McTominay, and we're going to get 1 more sub on. Diogo Dalot has to come off, so Jared Branthwaite is going to be making his debut. Bruno Fernandes trying to switch the play, looking across field for Sancho. Can't find him. They're going to clear it out. 80 minutes gone now. We've got to do something quick if we're going to rescue a point in this game. And we're going to do just that. Oh, no, we're not. Mason Greenwood can't get that pass all the way through. But Jadon Sancho now with it. We'll get one back. 82 minutes gone. Let's rescue a point, boys. Oh, we win back possession in midfield with McTominay. We're going to look forward here for Greenwood. Hoyland, we need you off of it. Sancho finds Lisandro Martinez, who looks towards that back post. Paulinho out here to Malacia. Oh, great cross inside. Greenwood. Greenwood can finish it off. That's 3. We're here. We're at Tottenham Stadium, and we have rescued a point from this game, at least as of right now. Oh, Vincent Core in midfield making a nice move. Going in for a tackle with Branthwaite. Werner is gonna... he's gonna give them the win. 92 minutes gone. We find a way to come back from a 3-1 deficit, and then we still lose somehow. Just typical. Typical of FIFA and of EA. I'm not actually gonna blame them. That's all on us. But it's a tough game for the boys. Paulinho is gonna turn it over here to Kulusevski in midfield, and the referee should be blowing the whistle anytime now. So that's gonna be 0 points from this game. Lost 4-3 here against Tottenham. And that's where we're going to leave this episode off. So like I said, please be sure to leave your comments about what players you want me to bring in, how you feel about the team. I mean, so far we've only gotten 1 point from an available 6, so not a good start to the year. I'm not doing any better than Ten Hag has. Ten Hag's probably been better so far. So yeah, please be sure to leave your comments. Please be sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you're new here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.